Chosen one. This message may shake you, but it will also free you. Have you ever asked yourself, why was it easier for strangers to support you than the people who share your blood? Why did the very ones who were supposed to protect you misunderstand you, reject you, even compete with you? You prayed. You cried. You tried to explain yourself. And still, they turned against you. But what if I told you? God allowed it. Not because you were unloved. Not because you were cursed. But because you were called. Stay with me, because by the end of this message, you will understand why the betrayal was necessary, and why your rising begins now. Chosen one, hear this clearly, familiarity blinds people. When people grow up with you, they see your history, not your destiny. They remember your mistakes. They remember your awkward seasons. They remember who you used to be. But they cannot see who you are becoming. Even in the Bible, when Joseph shared his dreams, his own brothers mocked him. Why? Because greatness spoken from someone familiar sounds like arrogance. Your growth made them uncomfortable. Your evolution threatened the roles they assigned you. So instead of adjusting their vision, they tried to shrink yours. This part is painful. Sometimes family becomes an emotional ceiling. They love you, but they fear your expansion. They say, don't aim too high. Be realistic. People like us don't do that. But chosen one, you were not born for people like us. You were born for divine assignment. Before God promotes you, He often isolates you. Even Abraham had to leave his father's house before stepping into promise. Separation is not punishment. It is preparation. God allowed the tension so you would detach emotionally. Because you cannot rise while still seeking validation from those who fear your altitude. Let's be honest. If they had fully supported you, would you have developed the same hunger? Would you have prayed as hard? Would you have built that resilience? Pain did something comfort never could. It forged you. Even David was overlooked by his own father when the prophet came to anoint a king. They didn't even call him inside. Yet he was the chosen one. Rejection was proof, not of your lack, but of your difference. And difference attracts resistance. This might surprise you. Sometimes God allows family conflict to protect you. Because those closest to you can expose you too soon. When Jesus Christ began his ministry, even his relatives doubted him. Familiar circles rarely handle emerging power well. If they had celebrated you too early, you might have stepped into rooms before you were spiritually ready. So God used opposition as a shield. Silence was your incubator. Isolation was your training ground. Chosen one. You thought you were abandoned. But you were being refined. There's something about you. You think differently. You see patterns others don't. You feel called to something bigger. An emotional strength cannot develop when you are constantly trying to prove yourself to people who refuse to see you. God allowed the misunderstanding so you would stop explaining. God allowed the distance so you would start listening to Him instead. Not everyone in your life is meant to stay. Some are meant to activate. Think about it. Their criticism forced you to grow. Their doubt forced you to self-reflect. Their betrayal forced you to detach. Even in the story of Joseph, it was betrayal that positioned him for the palace. Had they embraced him, he might never have reached destiny. The pit was transportation. The pain was redirection. If this resonates with you, pause for a moment. Take a breath. And ask yourself, what if nothing that happened was random? What if the rejection was divine strategy? Sometimes you outgrow your original environment. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. God often replaces limiting circles with destiny connections. You may lose relatives, but you will gain covenant relationships. You may lose approval, but you will gain authority. Anyone can stay kind when supported. But can you remain pure-hearted when misunderstood? Your response to betrayal determined your next level. Did you become bitter, or better? Did you curse them, or grow quietly? Promotion follows maturity. Here's a hard truth: some families operate in generational fear. Scarcity mindset. Limiting beliefs. Emotional dysfunction. But you were sent to break it. Cycle breakers are rarely celebrated while breaking cycles. They are misunderstood. Until the results show. Chosen one. The season of proving is over. The season of rising begins. Now you understand, it wasn't random. It wasn't punishment. It wasn't because you lacked value. It was divine positioning. Just like Moses had to leave the palace before leading a nation. Just like David had to survive the wilderness before the throne. You had to survive misunderstanding before manifestation. Listen carefully. You are not called to fight your family. You are called to outgrow the version of yourself that needed their approval. Forgive them. Release them. Rise beyond them. And when you succeed, do not return with arrogance. Return with light. Because chosen ones don't rise to prove others wrong. They rise to fulfill purpose. This was not your breakdown. It was your separation ceremony. And now, heaven is watching how you step into this next chapter. So stand tall. Walk boldly. And remember, if God allowed it, it was necessary. Now rise.
Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Like, comment, share. Full watch now my videos. Thanks my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks my full audience. Please full watch now. Like, comment, share, and please subscribe my YouTube channel.